Today's my birthday. I'm 47 years old. That means I'm 3 years away from being half a century old. Where's that time went, I have no idea. But the crazy thing is, even at 47, I'm still aware of how I look. I'm still wanting to improve my physical condition. And I'd say, for all of us, we're the exact same. Every one of us wants to look the best we possibly can. But with the internet being the internet, we have got too many people our age, to judge ourselves against. And this can distract away from the work and effort we actually put in. If I'm honest with myself, I am nowhere near where I could be. I can see the flaws, I can see the love handles, I can see where I'm carrying too much weight, I can see the imbalances in my left and right shoulder. There are issues there. But that doesn't mean I ignore the effort I've put in. That doesn't mean I focus on what I haven't achieved. Instead, I focus on how proud I am, the fact that I've got to here. I acknowledge the effort I've put in to get myself to this point. I understand and know the sacrifice required, the journey I had to go on, the discipline I had to discover. These are things that we should be focusing on, not what we didn't do, not what we didn't achieve, not what we can't do. If I put more effort into my diet, as well as the training I'm doing, I would be in much better condition. But here's the thing, for 47 years old, I'm in pretty good shape. And there needs to be this realisation, instead of focusing on where you're not and how you look compared to others, start comparing yourself to where you were. Understand that the journey you've been on is unique to yourself, and praise yourself for doing the things you've done to get yourself to where you are currently. If you've been putting the effort in, if you've been making the sacrifices, if you've been turning up the training when you said you're going to turn up, if you've been eating a diet consciously aware of what you're putting in your mouth and the effect it's having on your body, and you've seen improvements, rather than focusing on where you're not, focus your energy towards where you've got to. The sacrifices you've made, the effort you've put in, the energy you've expended to get yourself here, and praise yourself for it. If I was comparing myself to a photo shoot, I'm in terrible condition. I've failed. But the reality is, at 47 years old, I have no interest in doing a photo shoot. And at 47 years old, the chances of me walking about with my top off all day, every day, especially in Ireland, is pretty low. The reality is, I am mostly going to be seen how I am now, in a t-shirt, pair of army bags. And so people will judge my appearance based on what they see on a daily basis. And the only one that's going to really compare you to you is you. You're going to be the one that's always going to be looking at yourself, finding your flaws, finding your faults, because that has been conditioned into us through the fitness industry, through social media, that we're never enough. And we never actually stop and question ourselves, is this how I truly feel about myself? Or is this a conditioned response placed upon us unconsciously from social media and all the advertising we see? Because so many of us have dedicated that time to make ourselves better, to improve how we look physically and respond mentally. But we're distracted from that effort because we don't reach the accolades of social media. So the reason I'm doing this video is simple. I may not have a photo shoot physique, but what I do have is a body that represents the effort and struggle that I've been putting in this last 6 months. And I am proud of where I've got to. And I honestly believe if more you men were to appraise yourself on the effort you've put in, the honest efforts, you'll recognise that you should be proud of yourself. Too many of us are hiding away. We're actually preventing ourselves from ever achieving the goals we're after because we're too worried about what other people have done. We're comparing ourselves to what other people achieve, and that removes us from the efforts of ourselves.